is happening, everybody? Welcome to today's Twitch stream. We're on fire today because I'm not at work. I've got the day off. I was up late. I was up till 3 a.m. last night after streaming until like 1:30. Got a good 6 hours of sleep. Made breakfast for my fiance who's sick with COVID. Please send her your love. She doesn't have severe symptoms, but she's like not feeling well. I'm asymptomatic, thankfully. And I just had I still feel it. Like whatever's coming in, we're recording a daily download podcast, and whatever comes in this podcast is going to be very real and sincere. I haven't created the podcast yet. I've only got 2 things on my list. The light's not right. You're not gonna be able to see it. I only have Ether Rock and a special surprise for Hangout Hawks. Man, a Hangout Hawk. Would love to get one. So there's a lot. There's a few other things that really need to come on to the podcast. But the main thing that I'm pulling from that live that you can watch on Instagram, which is maybe the best live I've ever done so far, is participate, get educated, and take action. I've got a lot to say. I'm going to put that live. I'm gonna have to get that live on my computer and chop it up and make it a podcast. Take out the empty space, some of reacting to the comments. If you're watching me on this channel, we're so lucky. We have so much opportunity before us, but we also have a very severe challenge of listening to our reactions and choosing to respond instead of jumping to follow hype and over leveraging ourselves. I can only speak from my own experience, and everyone is going to have their own risk tolerance, their own metrics and capital to do what they want. But it's just really important to me to do my best to communicate what I feel I've learned in the last 3 months of going as deep into this space as I possibly can, which is get educated, participate, and take action. You can do it in any order, but you really need to get started because this opportunity won't wait. And my live stemmed from the greed. It stemmed entirely from the greed and the overwhelming feeling of watching a 5-figure opportunity pass me by overnight. I could have made some very risky moves and made my money Ethereum and probably asked to borrow some money and purchase an NFT that I could have sold this morning, not 12 hours later, actually 16 hours later, for 10 ETH, literally going from 2.5 to 10 ETH, this real money. And dwelling on that and overthinking it doesn't serve me. And whatever your version of that is, it's not serving you. I don't know if you missed out on VeeFriends or Bored Apes or Curio Cards or whatever it is, but there's always going to be another project, and the most important project is the one that you create and that you take charge of. And this is what I need to drive home. I wish I was recording for the podcast right now because this is basically what I need to say, which is you need to start minting. You need to get educated. You need to participate, and you need to take action. And there's plenty of resources, let alone me. There's Discords everywhere where you can ask questions and you will get an immediate answer for the things you're looking for. Participate, get educated, take action. I know there's only one viewer right here right now, but I hope that was helpful for you. I hope that you're able to reflect in me whatever sense of greed that you might be feeling. And allow it to not fester and be something you have to react to, but instead transform it so that you can respond for and with something you can control, because that's the only game we can play. This market is moving so fast. There will be so many opportunities that you can't take, and that's perfectly fine, because you can move at your pace, do your thing, and win in the long run. I literally could have shotgunned and created 2.5 ETH or 3 ETH or 4 ETH. It was on a bonding curve. Buy this project, sell it for 10 to 12 today, let alone holding it for a year. And while that would have been a really great financial choice, had I known the outcome, I'm super proud of myself that I didn't do that and go into a flurry and be like, oh, I have to buy this NFT, because that would have made a crack in my foundation that I am building. I am not the fiscally responsible one. My mother always tells me that money burns in my pocket. I only really learned about credit and saving and investing in the last 2 years. And then I started investing in crypto at the end of December, and very quickly, within 3 to 4 months, found myself over leveraged. My money was more than I put in, because we're in a bull run, and I came in just at the start of it, or depending on who you talk to, like 3 months after the start of it. But I have a lot to learn, and I've learned a lot by seeing that over leveraged position, what that does to my mentality, what that does to the way that I act and the way that I respond to, for example, dips in the market where my money is now worth less, but I have less cash and I want to buy more, and I do. But I didn't sell my bag at $60,000 Bitcoin. I didn't sell it at 4,300. In fact, I spent most of it, all of it, on VeeFriends. And I was able to take some profits, and I didn't lose everything. In fact, I didn't lose anything, because you don't lose until you sell. But I'm sorry, it's not true that I didn't lose anything, because I did sell for fear or for converting Bitcoin to Ethereum when it wasn't as good of a rate as it was the next day or the next week. But that doesn't matter. And it was all the learning. It was all that was the price of my education to get to where I am right now. And to bring it back to us as a community and who we are, I want absolutely no one to feel shame or regret for the project that they didn't find, and instead recognize how powerful the choice to create for yourself is in this moment. You don't have to create a top 10 project or a top 100 project to have NFTs make a huge influence on the trajectory of your life financially. But it's a long game. And I'll speak for myself. If I tried to jump at every wave I saw, I would not last. In the same way that when I started this project, I was sprinting as fast as I possibly could. I was putting out as much content as possible. I was trying to hit Instagram and Twitter and TikTok all at once. And I was able to do that for a while. And then about a month in, I realized, I can't go live for an hour-long conversation 7 days a week and have absolutely no evenings to take care of my own life and my own family. I adapted. I changed. I'm learning. I'm trying to share this with you. And I want to reflect what Gary wants for his community to this community. The entire purpose of the intentions here is to follow the blueprint and have no expectations that it will make a sorcerer of me. And we don't know if that's going to happen. And I could care less at this point. It means the world to me, and it means nothing to me. Like, the dualities that Gary talks about and leads from are sometimes so hard to comprehend. How can you absolutely not hear the cheering and absolutely not hear the booing? How? And I've got glimpses of it for the things that I feel really confident about, for the things that I feel align with me. but I've never felt it more strongly than I feel it this morning. And I feel it for you to reflect what he wants for his community into this community, follow the blueprint, and want you to win more than I want myself to win, to want us to want us to be happy. And when I say happy, I mean anything and everything that means to you. Like, stretch your arms, take a deep breath, acknowledge for a moment that there is a building ceiling above your head. You have $3,000 of equipment in front of you, at least for me. I've got my camera, my computer. Like, you at least have your phone in your hand. You have $500 worth of high-tech technology through which you can communicate to anyone in the world at any time you like, in any way that you like, that you can find communities, you can find resources, and you can make NFTs. An activity that sounds so troublesome now, that sounds so cumbersome, so involved to create. What is an NFT? What kind of NFT? What does the NFT do? What is the value? What does it cost? That right now feels like it has all these questions and uncertainties because you've probably never done it before. But in just a few short years is going to be as common an activity as sending an invitation or perhaps sending any email. NFTs, if they can be done on a gas-free blockchain, I think they will replace email. Like, it might replace the whole damn thing. We don't know where these NFT things are going, but I can guarantee you that if you don't get educated, participate, and take action now to just understand the thing, you don't have to want to sell out a huge fucking project to decide for yourself that you will not be learning this in 2 years when you had the chance now. Don't be me and thousands of other people that bought their first Bitcoin in 2017 and 2018, but didn't get educated in the 3 years between the bull markets and didn't accumulate while Bitcoin was $6,000 to $10,000. Like, there's always an opportunity that you missed that is never more valuable than the opportunity you have. Damn, that is the right thing. There is never an opportunity that you missed that is more valuable than the opportunity that you currently have. And I just need you to believe that. Like, I am feeling that so strongly for myself. And that's not a belief that I just have 24/7. Like, it comes and goes. It's revelations, it's perspective, it's self-awareness, it's appreciation, it's compassion, it's grace. It's all of that. And sometimes it comes to a moment and it creates simple clarity. And if I find something this valuable, it has to be shared with you, because that's what this whole project is about. So that's my soapbox. That's my soapbox for today. And that's more or less what you missed in the last Instagram Live. And now it's time to record a podcast. And I just need to cut out the audio and say, fuck the daily download. Nothing in the news is more important than what you can possibly do with your time today. I can't let go of this feeling. Like, the greed, like, it's incredible to me that it's such a negative, what we would consider negative, and what can be a very toxic and destructive feeling, that is giving me this clarity and this positive feeling. My heart's on fire. Tea with Jeremy. It's Tea with Jeremy. I love that, Greek. I didn't catch all your comments. The present moment is magic always. So Drofig, let me put this on the board. What to mint. There are 8 people in this Twitch stream right now, and it would just make me the happiest man in the entire world if everybody here just took a picture. You could either, if you want to promote me, you can screenshot this Twitch, or where you have Twitch minimized, doing whatever you're doing, screenshot your phone, Or if you want to do your point of view, just point your camera directly in front of you, whatever you see, your point of view. Like, what is that hashtag that, like, from where I'm standing or from my point of view? Just take a simple picture in front of you. Open your MetaMask or your whatever that you use to access OpenSea. Get to OpenSea with your wallet connected, and I will fucking walk you through the process right now. Are you ready? Here we go. What to mint? What to mint? What to mint? This is my collection on OpenSea. Wannabe Sorcerer. This is the Matic collection. All right, this whole podcast is now getting a preface of how to mint on OpenSea basics. So when you're at OpenSea.io, you land on the Explore page. In the top right corner is your profile picture. If you click it, it takes you to your profile. What is this red? You decline the action. Where's my fame? There she is. You guys, if you were in the last live stream, check out this fucking nonsense. We're talking about the space. Oh, OpenSea's having a problem right now, huh? Yeah, I heard the OpenSea's having a problem. I bought this during the live stream for 0.115. I paid 0.13 with gas. Within 35 minutes, I received an offer. Oh, I'm such an idiot. When I saw this email come in, I thought it was 0.3. I thought it was 0.31. I thought I received an offer for double. I'm so glad I checked this because I was going to say this in the podcast. Okay, well, I got an offer for 80. But the fact that there's a bot on Fame Ladies means that the price is easily double this. So the floor at 0.06 is the floor. Okay, so the bot found my Fame Lady and gave me an offer. That's fine. I'm still happy about that purchase. So back to the tutorial. If you don't click on your profile picture and you hover over, you'll get these options: my profile, my collections, my favorites, which are the tokens. If you heart any tokens, that's where you can see the full list of them. Pro tip, once in a while, after you're done scoping out a project, go back to your favorites and unfavorite the ones that are no longer your favorites. Because I find that if I'm looking at the floor and I'm trying to learn about rarity and traits and find the things that I like, I end up favoriting like a dozen tokens. And then a week later, they're still there and they're just taking up space. If you don't need them there, take them away. Only focus on the things that serve you. Where we want to go is to collections, my collections. And you'll see, I'm going to check in with the Twitch, make sure y'all still with me. Tea with Jeremy. I need to create a new wallet just for minting, but I'm following you. That's a good point. I'm actually creating a second wallet, or I've created a second wallet for the achievement unlocked, because it's going to be 1,500 tokens. And if I mint that all into my wallet, it'll just completely overshadow everything else that's there. So yes, if you're making a big project, it's a great idea to have a separate wallet where they're minted and held. Damn, I wish I could stay here. We are interviewing a potential teammate in a few minutes. Jen, no FOMO. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. This entire broadcast is on Twitch and YouTube, but there's going to be an archive of it on YouTube as soon as we're done. And later on, I'm going to chop it up and I'm going to make it more digestible for everybody. Don't worry about it. Thank you for being here. You keep losing my voice. My microphone's working. Let me check my sound. Test. No, I'm not getting any interruption. Let me check here maybe. Yeah, I think it's fine. Audio is fine. Okay, great. I want to protect what I have in my current wallet. Yeah, for sure. Good point, Maria. So, Drovig, have you minted anything yet? Like, just because you're like what to mint doesn't mean that you haven't done this before. So like, okay, awesome. So my collections, this is where you get started. You'll see that I have two collections. Pretty soon I'll be adding the Achievement Unlocked collection, but until I'm ready to do that, and I'm going to show you, my recommendation to people is not to be precious, but some things are precious, right? And, this is actually not the one that I want. Some things are precious, And this project is very precious to me. You're still seeing this, right? So this is the achievement unlocked. And you can see that I have it minted, but it's not available in my account. That's because I switched to testnets.opensea. And this is a place where you can create tokens and work on them until they're ready. So you'll see down here, I have my Sorcerer J, and this looks, it looks nothing like the token that I minted because I didn't need to update this art. I wasn't minting it, but this is where I worked on the description, and I got like a first, like if you look, these properties are actually different than the properties that I eventually minted. So if you want a drafts page and you don't want to like do it all at once, you can do it on the testnet. And you just go testnets.opensea.io, and you'll see here up at the top, it says you're viewing data from the test networks, but your wallet is connected to the main network. To use OpenSea, go to opensea.io. So I use MetaMask, and that's relatively simple for me. Will you see my browser extension? So you don't see my browser extension, but when I click on this little puzzle piece, it gives me a drop down for MetaMask. And at the top above your account number is your network. So you click on a drop down for Ethereum mainnet and you switch to the Rinkeby test network. And now that I've just done it, you see that that bar has disappeared. And if I wanted to go in, I can go to my collections here. And you see it's a completely different profile, but it's connected to the same wallet address. So I can create a collection and go through the process that I'll show you on OpenSea in the same way. And I can mint however many I want, and I don't have to worry about it being perfect because I can continue to edit it. But that's not really a concern because you can edit your token on the OpenSea as long as you want, so long as you don't list it. So I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but all of the description for your NFT, the title, the media file, the properties, the levels, whatever you put into it, as a whole, it's called metadata. And so when you make your NFT, it gets an address, just like you have a wallet address. Every token has an address that is on the blockchain. And when you mint an NFT, you create an address, and that address accesses a metadata file, which has all of the details of your NFT, and they're tied together. And when you're working with more complicated contracts, the address that your metadata is tied to may also do other things. It may also give you access to VCon. It may also give you access to a website where you can mint a kennel dog. The contract address has the information that verifies for whatever you're interacting with that you really own that token or what have you. So my point in saying that is your metadata isn't frozen until the NFT leaves your wallet. So for example, after I minted my Ethereum collection, so you'll see this is Ethereum and this is MetaMask. And because they're separate blockchains, I needed two collections. I learned that when I made my first Matic mint, my Polygon mint. After I created my Ethereum collection, people liked the J revealed enough that I made one on the Matic network here. And now, just last night, we sold the first one. I think like 3 have been purchased. But earlier, I had something slightly different, and I decided to take it out. So I actually had this listed for a couple of days, but nobody bought it. And so I was like, I'm going to change that. And I did. And that's when they're the first bought. So now I can't change it anymore because if I do, I think OpenSea won't let me really. Let's find out. It's either you can change what's still left in your wallet or you won't be able to change it. And I think, yeah, see, you don't fully own this item. So I can't change all of the tokens anymore. So long as you don't list it or send one out of your wallet, you can continue to edit your metadata, change out the media, change literally everything about your token except the number of them. So let's talk about that first. Before we talk about the collections, the collection is just the place where your tokens are held. So my achievement unlocked will be in a separate collection because it's a separate kind of project. I've got another idea that will live in a separate collection. And this is where you see your NFTs. And you can see that, well, it doesn't show the number here, but I minted 55 Sorcerer J revealed and 555 of the Flame of Purpose. But you'll notice after you create a collection, and you go to add item, it gives you the fields. It's literally a form that you fill out. You upload your media, the name, you can link to a website, add description, all these properties, unlockable content, and supply. And oh, did they update this? Oh no, it's because this is Polygon, huh? Let's go. So on Polygon, you can change the supply natively. But if I go to this on Ethereum, this is the Ethereum. Yes, volume traded too. If you add the item on Ethereum, then you'll only be allowed to mint one copy at a time. But that is a false barrier. So hold on, I'm just finding. I have a note here with the here. So I'll copy this into the chat so you can see it, but you can always like hit me up and I can send it to you. I'm gonna add it to the web. I'll show you the change. So I just added !, enable _ supply equals true to this web page, and it'll reload. So had I filled everything out, it wouldn't be there anymore because it wasn't saved. But now you can see that I can change the number of supply. So I can literally mint like 1,500 tokens right now. And all I have to do is put in a name and an image and select the collection, and it'll allow me to create it. So here is the bit. Let me check in with the comments. Have you done a video on creating an additional MetaMask? Your sound is perfect here. Maria, you don't need to create. I can also create this. I need to start making a list of all these basics that I have to get through, because like this just has come up so many times and it's been on my mind. So it's actually not how to create a second MetaMask. It's how to add a second account. You can create a second MetaMask and you'll get a separate seed phrase with a separate address. But within MetaMask, you can actually just add an account. So in your MetaMask extension, you have to click on your profile circle, and you'll see it says like account 1 or whatever you've named your account and how much ETH you have. And below it, it will have a plus sign that says create account. And if you create an account, it'll ask you for a name. So unfortunately you can't see, or yeah, actually I can show you this. If I share my screen instead of sharing my window, give me a second. So you should be able to see this, right? Yeah. In MetaMask, extensions MetaMask, here, so this is where I was talking is the networks. Rinkeby is the test network. Ethereum mainnet is where you are for everything else. Click on your profile circle, and here you see this is the achievement unlocked account. I can create an account. I don't know. So give me a name. What can I name, like a dummy / play account where I can mint just something random. Like I will do what I said that I hope everybody does. I will take a picture of my display and I will mint it right now. What can I call it? What can I call it? What if I call it? This is perfect. We're gonna call it Pigetta. This is something that came out of the. This is something that came out of the live stream, because at the end of the day, the message is practice, get educated, take action, and somebody did that. So now I actually have a separate account and I can connect this wallet to OpenSea, but I'm pretty sure you can only have one wallet connected at a time. So if I log out here and sign in, I can sign in. So see, okay, here. So now I want to connect this account, and now look, my picture has changed. So if I go to my profile, I have a completely unnamed account. So I don't know if that was going to be good enough for the video that we're talking about in terms of educating on how to create a second MetaMask, but that is the process for you. Yeah, go ahead and catch the replay. Good to see you, Anita. It's in and out. Must be me. We'll try going back. Yeah, sorry about the sound, Gina. What if you want to do like audio or video? Is there just a file you attach with the unlockable content? Yes. So let's do this. Drofig, are you still here with me? Magic is real. Yeah, that was some fun magic, right? Sharing the screen. All right, Drofig, we're gonna do it. This is getting some real meta shit. And I just want to be able to see, let's see, I want to see my face. So like I'm adding a little bit of artistic composition right now, but like I'm just taking a shit photo. It's like a shit post. Like I'm just like, it doesn't have to be precious. Do I want to see the light? Yeah, I'm going to see the light a little bit. I can see the microphone. I can see Drofig. I can see myself. And I'm going to look into my own camera here. And this is the photo I took. Looks fine to me. I'm going to airdrop it to myself. The main reason I ended up getting a Mac Mini was so that I could airdrop shit to myself and didn't have to deal with transfers. So let's make an NFT. I don't know if I know that the Polygon minting has been down, and so I might have to mint this on Ethereum, which is fine. OpenSea's having some trouble, so I'm going to create a collection. And here it gives you all of the dimensions that you need. So if you are not really like savvy with creating graphics, I wasn't either just a few weeks ago. And I'm now using this app called Bazaart. I find it very easy to use. I paid for it, but there's plenty of features that are free. The reason I paid for it is because it has a magic function that will remove the background and let you create transparent backgrounds of things. That's how I'm like pulling VeeFriends out of white backgrounds and like doing the community chat logos and all that stuff. So in Bazaart, and I don't know if this is a paid feature, you can add a custom size. So you just punch in this pixel width and you can create your art for your collection. I would say it's probably a good idea to not get hung up with this part. Like don't let this be the reason that you're not getting to the minting process and making decisions about the mint, because you know, focus on the task at hand. Like this is not important. I'm just adding some random, I'm just picking some random pictures that I have on my desktop. Some of them are right, some of them are wrong. I'm going to call the collection name Through My Eyes. And it says it's already taken. Greed Through My Eyes. It's available, but I changed my mind. I'm going to call it Life Through My Eyes. Already taken. What if I say Jeremy Knows? Is Jeremy Knows taken? Ooh, I'm just gonna claim this while it's available. Good. Fuck yeah, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Love that. Description. This is a collection of NFTs to help you recognize the opportunity that is right in front of you. I can add a category. I'm going to say it's art. I think you can only add one. So I'm actually going to add utility. And then you can put in sites here. So I don't have a Jeremy Knows site, but we do have a wannabeaVeefriend.com. Doesn't have to be a big deal. Great. You can set the royalties by the collection, not by the item. So this is great. So I'm just going to do a simple 10%. You can change this later. Go ahead and give your payout address, and even though I'm minting from this Pgeta wallet, I can easily go here to my other and copy the address for my wallet where I'm holding Ethereum. So that's my wallet address. If it wasn't the last 48 hours, at this point in the collection creation process, you could hit this drop down and switch from the Ethereum blockchain over to the Polygon blockchain. That's not possible today because as the London hard fork for Ethereum rolls out, things in the network are changing and the OpenSea developers are experiencing some kind of problem. So the marketplace is still open, but minting is not available. So I think they just turned off the ability. They turned off the ability to create a Polygon collection. So it's only Ethereum right now. And here you can add the currencies you're willing to accept. So I could say like, fuck, I don't want USDC. Can I take it off? No. I can add a bunch of tokens if I want to be able to receive payment in them. But you just need Ethereum and wrapped Ethereum. I think you have to accept all these, I guess. This display theme, I don't fully recognize. Let's see, recommended for assets with transparent backgrounds. My photo isn't going to have a transparent background. Something with a 1-to-1 ratio. Yeah, okay, assets that can extend to the edge, covered. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. It's not explicit content, create. So bear with your computer and the network because there is some complex process that has to happen to create a data file to associate this collection with your wallet. But to my knowledge, the collection does not have a contract address the way that your wallet has an address and the way that your tokens will have an address. Oh, through my eyes is a good one. Through my eyes, that's a good one. I might have to think about that. And you know what? Just for the hell of it, because we're playing, I'm going to go in here real quick and just do through my eyes. Nice, Strophic. Let's go. Do I need anything? Do I have to have images? What do I have to have? DTD. Let's get, what about, yeah, let's do that one. And banner image. Looking for a banner image, something. Sure. Why not? Through my eyes. There's no way my eyes is. Oh my God, it's available. This is how early we are, that my eyes is available as a extension on OpenSea. This is the world through my eyes. Or this way, the world through my eyes. Honestly, take the time to put in your Twitter handle and put in your Instagram handle because the NFT community is thriving on Twitter. And I guarantee you, when people are discovering your work, they will click through to your social links. Add a contract address. And created. And you can change, this is editable. The only thing that you can't edit, amazing. So just like that, oh, did I create this on this? Oh, they're created here? Oh, maybe because I made the payout address. It might be because that I made the payout address for the royalties to go to this wallet that it automatically shifted to my other OpenSea account. Is what it is. I'm not going to worry about it right now. But just like that, in a matter of 5 minutes, we created 2 OpenSea collections. So now let's do it in the through my eyes because that is kind of the challenge of the moment. Here's your collection. You'll see 0 items, 0 owners, no trading value. And you go up to add item. So what's up? Is everybody with me? 10 people in the house. We are not doing the podcast like I said we are because we're so fired up about practicing minting, participating, getting educated, taking action, that we are doing a step-by-step how to create a collection and mint your first token on OpenSea. And what I'm going to do is mint an image. So I can add it now. I'm going to add this image, which I just took while sitting here. Oh, it's in a HEIC format, so it's not going to come through. Give me a second. I'll have to. So, you know, you will run into issues with pixel size and formatting, and you'll have to learn certain things. I'm putting this photo into the Bazaar app that I was talking about. And I think if I just save it, it'll save it as a JPEG. I'm looking at it. I'm like, do I want to edit it? But I'm not going to. But I will add just a tiny border. And line it up. Oh, I can change the size. Let me. No. Keep it simple. This is the photo. And add an outline. Oh, I see what it does. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. We're going to line it up here. I'm overcomplicating this. No border. Undo. Export. Airdrop. So now, is it this one? So this is the picture I took. This is going to be our NFT. Oops, I forgot. So I'm trying to figure out if I can record audiobooks from stuff that is public domain and mint them and not get sued. If it's really public domain, then I see. Well, I was going to say I see no problem with it, but I see the rub. There's the rub, as it were. I mean, the question is, when you say not get sued, who would come after you? Because nobody has the. So here's something that's very interesting about copyright law and specifically theft. And I can't say that this is federal law for sure, but I know it's local law in New York and California. And that is, you can't report a theft for something that isn't yours. It's a kind of a strange loophole. Like something was stolen that didn't belong to me, and I saw it after the fact and I reported it. And I knew because there was an empty case of a lot of expensive film equipment. But I didn't, but the person who owned it had to file the police report and engage the insurance and do all of that. Me calling the police and talking to them and telling them the story, I couldn't actually file a police report because it wasn't mine to file. And so there may be some opportunity there in that there isn't someone who owns the public domain intellectual property. It's intellect, it's not property, that would be able to, on the behalf of that property, sue you for damages and whatever else. I know some random things, right? Like, I'm not sure I know that on like any other random Thursday, but like today, that just happened to like come out of my brain. So welcome back to the how to make a collection and mint an NFT on OpenSea tutorial. I'm getting a phone call. Hi, Claire. Is everything okay? Okay, great. I'm in the middle of a live stream. I just want you to know. I can totally take a moment to hear you out. I just want you to know. I haven't gotten it back yet. Yeah, I think Haley will get it in the next like 16 hours, and I will probably get it the next day. Thanks for calling. I love you. Bye. My fiance got tested positive for COVID yesterday. So, we're talking to a lot of people and we're getting tests and everything. So that was actually important. H.P. Lovecraft died in 1937. I don't think he'll be mad at me. No, he won't. No, he's not there. As I was saying, welcome back to how to mint an NFT on OpenSea. We are about to create the first item in the Through My Eyes collection. And this is my challenge to you folks. Start participating, start getting educated, and start, most importantly, taking action. Literally, take your phone, whatever your point of view is, take a picture directly in front of you. If you want to promote me in the channel, take a screenshot of your phone, listening to this podcast, watching this YouTube video, on Twitch, whatever it is, and go and mint this picture. Follow the steps. This is what we're going to do. I'm doing it myself right now. It's very important to know that if you want to mint more than one of whatever you're minting, that you'll need a specific line. It's not code, actually. It's an extension to the browser. I posted it in the Twitch chat. Now I'm just finding it instead of going to my notes. But now I don't see it. There it is. So what you need to add is !enable_supply equals true. No spaces. It's part of the browser extension at where you are in your browser on OpenSea. So for me, I'm at OpenSea.io, right? /collection, /my eyes, the name of my collection on OpenSea, /assets, /create, and now I'm going to add !enable_supply equals true. You don't have to know all that just by navigating through the tutorial like I showed you. It'll take you here, but if you want to mint more than one of whatever you're making, you have to add that. Otherwise, you'll be limited to just one. So I'm adding my picture again. I'm going to title this Through My Eyes. It's funny how I'm like, don't be precious about this process, but then I also there's a balance to being thoughtful without being precious, because I don't want to call it Through My Eyes number one because I'm going to mint more than one. So I'm going to call it day one. And I can continue to change this name, this metadata, and everything up until the moment that any of these tokens leaves my wallet, is by either transfer or purchase. So you really don't have to be precious in getting through the minting process. Description. I see myself in my actions. Properties. Actually, I'm gonna add this as a level. Speed. 100. Can I add 100? Oh, 100 out of 100. I'm going to add a property that is perspective, POV, platform, OpenSea. I don't know. This doesn't really matter. Through read, done. Whatever. Doesn't matter. How many of these should I mint? What do you guys think? Oh, the stream ended? Oh, thank you. Didn't realize about that. How many of these should I mint? What do you think? I don't even plan on listing these, but if I send them out to, like, I would love to send it to the 13 people who are watching this, but this one's on Ethereum. So until I get minted on Polygon, I'm not going to do that. I might even just burn these tokens when we're done with this and make a slightly more thoughtful version. What happened to my windows? What are you doing? We'll see. Why don't I make 55? Okay, or let's make 5. We'll make 5. Create. Process demystified. It is done. Now I can visit day one through my eyes on OpenSea, and I've gone through the process. It was minted from a null address 16 seconds ago. it has these properties and these levels, this description. All of this metadata is centralized. It'll actually be noted here in the details. The metadata is editable, and it will later say centralized. That is the process. And if I go to my wallet, I will see, I don't know why things I'm minting are, oh, it's because OpenSea is having an issue, huh? Should be here in my wallet. So I think OpenSea is dealing with some things. I'm not sure. It's also not showing up under my created section. So that's interesting. Is it perhaps, this says, you know what's happening? So in my Through My Eyes collection, it says 0 items. And I think very simply what's happening is that the minting process is still happening. That it takes time for the contract address to be created, for the metadata to be associated, for it to be all tied back to your wallet, for everything that we just created to actually exist on the blockchain. We've started at what is basically 1:52 p.m. Eastern time on August 5th, the history of this token. And Drofig is telling us that 10 to 15 minutes to mint is pretty normal. So that's why I'm not seeing it in my wallet just yet. It's a fast-paced world, but minting does not happen in an instant. I'm so glad we did that, Drofig. What to mint, what to mint, what to mint. Thank you for the best wishes, Gina and Alwyn. Thank you so much. Yeah, she's doing just fine. She's just a little tired. She had COVID back in March. I was also asymptomatic then. We never got a test because they weren't available at the time. So we're not sure. We're both vaccinated, so it's very confusing. But Delta is more contagious, and I'm just glad that she's not doing any worse. She seems to be doing just fine. So thank you. Drofig, we've never chatted on video. Do you want to chat? Do you want to just, it's 2:00 now. I actually don't have time to record the podcast anymore. We should schedule for another time. Drofig, I don't know if you want to come on the community chat. You don't have to do, I've only seen your avatar, so I don't know if you're comfortable on video. But we should totally make that happen. We should talk about this moment and show off whatever you mint. Like I really hope that you can play with this in the next day or so. I need to set a boundary and just sign out. I said I was going to do this until 2, and it's 5 minutes till 2. I'm very glad we did this. The podcast will have to wait. I will still make time for it later today. I just have to take care of some home stuff. What a fun day. Thank you for the fire. Like today's live stream, all of this, it doesn't happen without you all. So thanks for the oxygen. Yeah, Drofig, that'd be cool. Yeah, the tripod is a game changer though. It definitely helps to have the hands free. And the community chats as they've been have gone for an hour. So it's not necessarily practical to hold your phone, but we'll just plan it for a certain time so that your laziness can meander its way to discovering the tripod and setting it up in a place where you're comfortable. And yeah, we can talk about minting, or we can talk about whatever you want. I think that's it for this morning. Yeah, I got to check in with Haley. I need to download this video and chop it up. Like there's a really important message actually at the beginning of this podcast, which I've exhausted the point at this point. It just essentially is participate, get educated, take action. That's what today's all about. That's the main message. There wasn't anything significant in VeeFriends that is urgent, unless something. I can do this actually before we sign off. Unless something happened in the last couple of hours. Yep, this is exactly what I was talking about. I feel so on the same page as Gary in like a way. I'm sure he's got I'm sure I'm only talking about like 5 to 10% of his mind, but like as far as like what he's coming to the community with, I feel like this was kind of underlying my message this morning, which is like talking about greed and considering selling and all of it, like getting more ETH, get more ETH if you can. That's his message. Very interesting to discover that. Otherwise, there hasn't been any significant updates. He talked about curio cards, which mooned overnight in the last week. And he also said that Hangout Hawks here. Hangout Hawks have a surprise. We'll go to the tweet. This is the most expensive single NFT I have ever purchased. I strongly believe in GaryVee's vision. He bought it for 20 Ethereum. Wait till you see the unknown surprise I have for Hawks in 3 years. Shh. I've actually, for the last few weeks, had the Hangout Hawk as like my next dream token. And I don't know how I will get 20 Ethereum or what I will need by the time I can make that move. But I'm very excited for this. I have no idea what it is, but that was notable. All right, folks, time to sign off. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for sharing with me. And I will see you next time. Later today, later tonight. I feel like I scheduled something for tonight. Oh, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern in 6 hours, I'm going live with BitMonkey TV, and we're going to talk about content creation, and we're going to talk about website design. So that'll be interesting. So I'll be back on Twitch at 8 p.m. Eastern time in 6 hours. In the meantime, participate, get educated, take action. Participate, get educated, take action. Participate, get educated, take action. Go now.